Hi there, this is Mike Young from BeyondYourWeddingDay.com. Have you ever had one of those money fights? You know, the one that usually includes, you need to stop doing this or you need to do that. Unfortunately, money fights and money problems are often cited as the #1 cause of divorce in the United States. And so how can you as husband and wife communicate about money? Especially it's a hard when, it's always been kind of a, something that causes arguments. Well, here are some tips to keep in mind when you're talking to your spouse about money. The first one is to pick a good time and place. If you're sitting down to do the bills and you realize that you don't have enough money in there to pay your bills that's in the checking account and you just start stressing out and flipping out, that's probably not the good time to call your spouse in and have a discussion about money. Wait till you calm down a bit and discuss it later. You don't want to ever regret saying something in the heat of the moment. So don't do it, when you're highly stressed. Pick a good time to discuss it. The second one is to always attack the problem. Work together, realize that you're on the same team. Don't attack your spouse, attack the problem together. You can always do a better job when you work together. The third is be vulnerable a little bit. Sit down face to face with your wife, or your husband, whatever the case may be. Hold their hands in your hand. Look them square in the eye. Understand and discuss why it is that getting control of your money is so important to you. Unless you married a complete jerk, they should respond to that very well. The fourth is to ditch the gadgets. Please, please don't discuss some of this stuff through texting or Facebook or email. Even really over the phone. This should be done in person, as I just stated before. Eye to eye, kneecap to kneecap, hand in hand. Don't do it over phones and different things. It's not appropriate. It's too important to do it that way. And the final one is to don't make everything a catastrophe. It may be a really bad situation. You really might be struggling if that's the case. It's still, the main thing is hold on to each other. It will get better. It's not the end of the world. If you make everything a major catastrophe, it just heightens, the stress level and makes communicating about it even harder. So again, I understand money, especially in the middle of a crisis, can really be something hard to discuss with your wife, but I encourage you to discuss it with your spouse. Don't put it off. The more you don't address it, the worse it will get. And the great thing is once you start getting good about talking about this money stuff, you will notice the rest of your marriage start to improve. Thank you very much. Again, I'm Mike Young from BeyondYourWeddingDay.com.